All right, I heard from Jbird. If you missed, Virginia and I are back today. First live show 2019. Denny's is visiting family. He is in Colorado. He's going to be back with us on Monday.
But just remember, pot's legal in Colorado, so he's on a little slower clock than us.
Well, it's kind of a race, and we're saying that because Jbird, I don't think he realized when we were coming back or something. I don't know. And so he was, of course, highly surprised when he looked at his plane ticket and realized he was coming back on the 3rd, and our first day back was going to be on the 3rd. So that was a little bit chaotic. But I don't know when he's going to be back. He's supposed to be back with us tomorrow, but he posted up on the KVJShow Instagram, and it's a photo of him next to his bag with the ID that simply says Jbird on it. And it says, somebody missed their flight from Oregon. Guess why? And people are trying to guess here on the Instagram post why. Some people are thinking he ran into Bigfoot or weed or pink eye even now. Virginia,
I mean,
what do you think? If you had to play the guessing game here, why did Jbird miss his flight?
he probably didn't time it out right.
Okay.
He probably somehow didn't time it out right and thought his flight was at 7 and it was really at 5.
Time change. Yeah. He goes to Oregon 3 hours behind us. The whole time, he's still on East Coast time. He's not realizing what's going on. He's like, oh, wait a minute. There's time change? Time zones? Wait, what? So, yeah, maybe okay, I get your rationale on that. Here's a text message that I got.
Okay.
From Jbird.
I can't wait.
Okay. Hey, Kev.
I love how you're reading it in his voice.
I lost my wallet.
Oh, no.
It has everything in it. My ID, my debit card, all my identification is in there. I might have to go and get an Oregon license today if I can't find it. The wallet could be anywhere. I had to eat the cost of my flight, too. Now book another one. So it's like he's buying tickets for 2.
Oh, no.
To Oregon because he's already missed that. So I guess they won't even change the time. He just, whatever he paid for that ticket, that's gone.
Where did he lose his wallet?
Well, it's Jbird.
Can he backtrack?
Well, he's been in the woods and all on the farm since he's been there. I mean, if you go look at the photos of where Jbird has been since he's been in Oregon, okay, if we're going to try to help him solve this. Okay, he lands in the airport there. He's then at his sister Tina's house. He's then out with her goats in her barn.
Oh, goats love to eat wallets.
A goat could have eaten the wallet.
Easily.
You might have to check goat poo to see if his Florida license is in goat poo.
That's hard to pass.
Then there are photos with him out by the horses. He's sitting on a bale of hay with his legs kicked up, which, you know, he wears those almost like chick yoga pants that have shallow pockets. It could be between bales of hay right there in the barn. He is here taking a photo next to a Bigfoot carved out statue. He is also at the bridge where they filmed the movie Stand By Me. So he's out in the wilderness. It could be in the river. It could be on the river bank. It could have washed down the river, Virginia.
Oh, no.
He then is at Majestic Falls there, looking at the falls. It could have got swooped down that river. So I don't know. And apparently he cannot, I guess, if you don't have a license or a passport in anything, then,
You can't fly. You needed to go through TSA. They want you to have identification unless you're a minor, which he obviously is not.
So what does this mean for Jbird? I mean, what is he looking at? Because he's talking about getting an Oregon license. How do you, when you don't have residency in that state, go out and simply get an ID in that state? How does that happen?
I have no idea. Luckily, I've never had to do any of this.
Yeah, I don't even know.
This is above my pay grade.
I don't even know how to guide Jbird back to give him any kind of... Yeah, well, here's the problem. He's lost his ID, which you need to get on the plane. That's gone. He lost his debit card. So I assume his sister is going to have to buy his airline ticket and probably front him money for any incidentals he's going to have on the way.
He can probably get his bank to do a transfer to his sister and then get the cash from his sister. That's the easy part. This day and age, getting money is easy. Hopefully he's hooked up to some kind of one of those If he had Apple Pay, this would be no issue.
Because he could just...
If you have your phone and you have Apple Pay, you're good.
Right, but the ID is still an issue.
The ID is still an issue. Buying the ticket would be no issue. Getting past TSA is going to be the issue. What do you do with TSA if you've lost your identification?
That's a great question. I don't know because, you know, Caitlin up in the Carolinas, she just in our chat room said, you really need a birth certificate and such to get an ID. I mean, I know like in Florida, like if you have stuff... they will mail you a new license. That a lot of times happens. But he's in Oregon. So, I mean, how does that happen? Will he have to contact the state of Florida and have them mail him his ID in Oregon if he can't find it to get a plane back?
He might have to Greyhound back.
I was going to say Greyhound or like an Amtrak. Do they need ID for Amtrak? Maybe you'll take a train.
I don't think
know. You
do.
might. I wouldn't be surprised if you need an ID for Amtrak. I've never taken Amtrak. I know you don't, obviously, for the Brightline and stuff like that, but I don't know. Would you need an ID if you're getting an Amtrak ticket?
I don't know. It takes too long on the Amtrak. I've never done it.
It'll do the same as a bus.
I mean, you're talking, he is in Oregon. He really could not be much further in the continental U.S. away from us than where he is. So, I mean, for this to happen, this is about the worst case scenario for Jbird. No ID, no money, no wallet, no nothing.
Denny's going to be back first.
Yeah,
I think Denny's is going to beat him.
will beat
This
him.
is a race to see who can make it back to the show first. Denny's is right now chilling. He's like, hey, no worries. I'm in Colorado.
You should put a bounty on it. Make it like that movie Rat Race.
Yeah.
First one here gets, and then it's something.
And Denny's isn't going to race. Denny's
No.
is, I'm just going to get it. Yeah,
My
you know,
normal schedule.
Jaybird's going to be frantic. How does he get back?
He can rent a car. His sister can rent him a car, and he can drive back.
Okay. All right, here's some suggestions. Yeah, what do you do? You knew there was going to... I actually couldn't believe he made it to Oregon. But
I was so proud.
I know, yeah, because he was like in the airport. He was talking about he had a hard time. He had difficulties getting there, but of course...
He has difficulties getting home.
But this sets it up perfectly because, of course, Jbird gets to Oregon, but then can't get back.